Quick question. How many civilians do you guys think that both Godzilla and Kong have unintentionally gotten killed? Like, I cannot be the only one that thinks about that. Like, if I lived in that universe, I would just hate life at that point. Like, what's the point of living? Just a random thought. But anyways, on to the review. So Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire is the latest installment into the MonsterVerse franchise, and it is a direct sequel to Godzilla vs. Kong. The film is directed by Adam Wingard, and it stars Rebecca Hall, Brian Tyree Henry, Dan Stevens, and Kaylee Hodel. Godzilla and Kong face a colossal threat hidden deep within Hollow Earth, challenging their very existence and the survival of the human race. Y'all, I am a simple man. When I see kaijus and titans fighting against each other, I'm satisfied. Whatever other little human subplot-ish whatever is going on, I don't care. As long as I get to see a giant lizard and a giant ape just fight other titans to the death, I am happy. And that is what I got here in Godzilla X Kong. Just Godzilla and King Kong fighting the Scar King and other titans just fucking shit up. The monster fights in here are absolutely amazing. They are the biggest highlights of the entire movie. In fact, I would argue anyone that's going to go see Godzilla X Kong, you only care for the monster fight scenes. You don't care about nothing else. You just want to see a bunch of monsters going at it. And for that aspect alone, I think you will be pretty satisfied. All of the monster fight scenes and action sequences, they are epic, they are colossal, and they are just so chaotic in the most beautiful way possible. I actually enjoyed the visuals and the world of Hollow Earth, even though you could argue it really is planet Earth, but before the meteor came in and wiped out all the dinosaurs. I don't care, it still looked amazing. Think of a perfect utopia, but for monsters. That is essentially Hollow Earth. If we do get a third Godzilla and Kong movie, I would love to explore more of Hollow Earth. Now in this movie, they do explore it, yes, but this world just feels massive in scale. Like, what we saw, that felt like that was like, what, maybe 15% of Hollow Earth or 5%. I want to see more of this world because it is just breathtaking. And one thing that I love about this movie a lot is that this movie really is King Kong. Well, he's not called King Kong. He's Kong, but this movie really is Kong's story. Kong is the main character of this movie, and I'm glad that they gave him an actual story and expanded his arc more, because I really loved Kong in Skull Island. But as far as the story involving the monsters, Kong was the main focus, and I really enjoyed his character arc a whole lot. And that one cameo of that character from Godzilla King of the Monsters, that shit was hot, I ain't gonna lie. And despite the amount of fun that I had with this movie, I have to talk about the problems. And the first thing is the humans. This movie focused on the humans way too much. Like, way too much. I will say this though. The humans in this movie, they are not as annoying and not as useless compared to how the human characters were handled in Godzilla King of the Monsters and Godzilla vs. Kong. Yes, the humans do play a factor in this movie, but I felt the film focused on them way too much. Like this movie, and I had a feeling it was going to happen, but just like Godzilla X Kong and King of the Monsters and any other movies that came before it, this movie suffers from what I like to call the Transformers effect. You have these awesome, cool, badass characters that we want to see kick ass and everybody came to see, but then you bring in the humans and they kind of overshadowed the people who we really came to see. You know what I mean? And I didn't like that. I was worried that was going to happen, and my worries came true. And if you are going to bring in human characters, handle them the way Godzilla -1 and Bumblebee did. To me, those two movies, as far as the human aspects go, those two films really handled it well, to the point in which it didn't feel like the human aspect was overshadowing the robots or the kaijus in a way. One thing that is pretty interesting is that Godzilla, he doesn't really have a big role in this movie. He's kind of a MacGuffin. Like, he only appears when he needs to be there. Like, he has his cool moments, don't get me wrong, but if you took Godzilla out of the equation, the movie would be the same. Nothing would change. And I did not like that because, y'all, listen up. Godzilla is only in this movie for 8 minutes. What? And the villain, the Scar King, he was okay. I mean, I feel like he did what he needed to do as far as like your typical generic kaiju villain, if you will. He got a crazy stance, but as a villain, But in the end, y'all, Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire is an exhilarating and fun time at the theaters. Some people are going to probably disagree with my review, and I think that is perfectly fine. I felt like I was given what I wanted, along with some things that, well, I didn't want. But as long as I got what I asked for, I'm a happy camper. Plus, it's a movie about a giant monkey and a giant lizard taking on other titans. Like, what more could you ask for? Well, I mean, I guess you could ask for better writing for the villains, better writing for the human characters, and also just more kaiju fights and less focus on the humans. Yeah, I suppose you could ask for a bit more. But you know what? I'm satisfied. So, plugging Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire, into the rank system, I am placing this one into the pass zone. But yeah, y'all, that is pretty much my review for Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys thought about Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What is your favorite film in the MonsterVerse franchise? Whatever you thought, let me know down in the comment section below. And as always, guys, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you all in the next one.